Yo, what's up guys, and welcome back to yet another replay analysis of EU vs NA. This time we've got Dig vs FaZe, and last video that I did on this topic we played NRG, and you can see that video on the screen right now. And this time we've got FaZe scrims. So I picked out 3 replays. These replays happened consecutively. To give a bit of background, we scrimmed these guys twice throughout the week that we were at the major, and the first scrim, which is the one that you'll be seeing right now, we won 5 games and FaZe won 2, and then in the second scrim FaZe won 4 games and we won 3. So I'm showing 2 wins and a loss today, just going to be transparent. A lot of people always complain that I pick out wins and show wins, but I'll always show the wins. I'll always show more wins from the team that won the scrim, if that makes sense. If the team that won more games in the scrim, I'll show their wins more, if that makes sense, if I'm doing one of these videos. So let's say I did a video on us playing against let's say Envy, and they won 4 games and we won 3. I'd show Envy winning 2 games and us winning 1. That's just how I do these videos. I just wanted to kind of, you know, preface that so I don't get any comments trying to hate on me like last video. But we're gonna get right into it. Yo guys, I just want to give a quick shout out to Buff for sponsoring this video. Buff is an authorized app of Overwolf, which I'm sure many of you guys have heard of, and it does something really cool that I think a lot of you will use. You guys can download Buff and have it running in the background whilst it has 0 negative effects on your PC performance. And what it does, guys, is it allows you to rack up Buff points for you to use on your favourite items and other sick rewards. Not only does it support Rocket League, you guys can use it whilst playing your other favourite games, including Dota, PUBG, Valorant, League of Legends and many more. There's also challenges that you guys can complete to earn more Buff points, which I really love, but absolutely my favourite part about this app is that it has 0 negative effect on your PC performance, unlike loads of other apps. So if you guys want to start earning basically free gifts and rewards, then click the link in the description and set up your Buff account today. Going to be pointing out, you know, what both teams are doing right and wrong, and I'm actually going to start off pausing it real quick to show you this cheat up by FaZe, which I thought was quite interesting. You'd notice first killer here, he clearly FaZe have called a back left kickoff. Illusion is trying to push this into the back left corner, but interestingly enough, this is the only team that I've seen does this. First killer pushes up to the left side, so they're trying to almost push it to first killer instead of to AJ, which is very different, because obviously if the kickoff goes to the right side of the pitch, then you know they're not going to get possession, which really shows that they're trusting their kickoff taker here in Illusion. So I liked that kickoff. Gonna definitely try it out myself, and you always learn something new no matter what level you're playing at, really. Everyone has different play styles. Everyone can learn, you know, from everyone. Players are good at different things. You know, just because one player is better in general than another player doesn't mean that they're going to be better at everything, or they're not going to have anything that, you know, makes them a quality player. So you can always learn from different players. And I think that's one thing that a lot of people can learn from or take away is a lot of people just get stubborn and thinking that if they're better than someone they can't learn from them at all, but that's not the case. But let's get into this replay. Pass off to Yaris, liking the passing plays. He's passing it back mid, so I have to rush for that ball in case we get counter-attacked. So I'm just sticking around the midfield, and that's the most scrub killer goal you'll ever see in your life. Scrub killer is like, it's a bit of a joke in our team that he just scores the most like ridiculous 50s on the opponent's goal line or in the opponent's, like, you know, back third all the time. It's so ridiculous how many he scores all the time. He'll score them, which is nice to have in a teammate. You know, you get these like just cheap goals 24/7. It's so nice to get them, and that's not like, I'm not saying that it's cheap for him to get them. It's just funny whenever he does. Looking for the bumps on AJ there. I know he's trying to get that back boost, so I want to put him off. See if I can get it from underneath him, but I didn't. Just waiting on first killer's touch. Trying to cover the backboard here. Waiting for it to come mid so I can get it over Illusion there. And here's a really good play. Nice little shot from me, but what's more important about this play actually is the communication. So you'll see here, Scrub Killer calls, You guys obviously can't hear the comms right now, but when you look back at replays at a pro level, you normally remember what each other was calling, or I do, at least I always remember the comms in some in like certain scenarios. And this scenario, I definitely remember the comms. Scrubkiller was calling that he's got it. I was like, no, I've got it. And so Scrubkiller, he could do something like, he could just rotate behind me, which is decent, but what he does is he actually leaves the ball and he goes in front of the play to put off their last man, and you'll see Yoris does that as well. So we've got 2 players from our team in front of the ball putting off the last man. So Yoris goes for the bump, and then Scrubkiller gets called off because Yoris is clearly saying that he's going for the bump. So Scrub realizes that, then he rotates behind me. So it's a really good idea from Scrub to push up in front of the ball there to go for the demo. It's just that Yoris did it first, so he got called off. Scrub goes last man. I get the flick around first killer because Yoris was putting him off. It makes the shot easy for me. So that shot, like, sometimes you always look at the goal and you go like, oh, that's a great play from Jack there, but realistically, it's Scrub and Yoris that made that play there. It's people going for the bump, which really matters. But it's a good little piece of defense from me on the backboard into a nice little counter attack. But this is an amazing play from Illusion. Air jaw bump. You know, if you know me, if you've been watching the channel for a while, you know how I like to go for the air jaw bumps. A good old air jaw bump, you know, undefeated. Literally the best play in the world if it's done well. So, great play from Illusion there. And Illusion really, you know, really does surprise me. He was a really good player on this team. He has some good position. Oh my god. This play, almost. Yoris. Well, Scrub got it to Yoris. Yoris back up to Scrub, who has a flip because he came off the ceiling. If we score that, oh god, you already know that I'm putting that on like my Instagram and TikTok and just milking the content out of my teammates. Great play. And I tried to go off one here. So, look at this, boys. Right. I'm so annoyed that Yoris didn't pass this. I'm still annoyed. So I get bumped here. And bear in mind, I've not jumped. So I've still got my flip. I've still not landed on any surface. So I still have my flip right now. And I'm calling Yoris to pass mid. And he's on 0 boost, so he couldn't do it, unfortunately. If he had like 12 boost, he'd be able to. But if we got this mid, I had a flip. And no one would be expecting this, not even my teammates. Look, I wave dash there, so I still had my flip from that. That would have been such a nice play. I was so annoyed. No, not in a toxic way. I was just like, imagine. Going all the way back here, so it allows my teammates to push up, and I play the third man role here. Make sure I get up nice and early to beat AJ, and then just go for a low 50. And our Scrub can take this ball. So, something you guys have probably heard quite a bit from me if you've been watching my videos recently. I've been talking about it a lot. But winning a 50 doesn't always mean that the ball goes forward into the pitch. It sometimes means that it just goes to your teammate. And what this 50 does here is, yes, I lose it technically. It goes behind me, so technically I've lost it. But none of the opponents are in my half. So I know that if I lose this 50, my teammate will get the ball. That's something I do quite a lot. It's really good. I think all 3 of us on Dig, we do it quite a lot, and a lot of pros do it in general. You lose the 50 back to your teammate who has a better angle and a better approach to the ball. Now Scrub can take this high. It's a really solid play, and I, you know, just get underneath Scrub and dribble him for a second. Just showing him that I love him, right? Who gets demoed there? Okay, Scrub gets demoed. So that's a really good... if you heard the sound cue of the demo there, it's a really good adaptation from Yoris to rotate into the first man's position to take that save, because Scrub got demoed. You always need to be aware when you're playing at this level for people getting demoed and stuff. That's an amazing demo from Scrub as we're talking about. I'm on low boost, so I'm just playing it safe, trying to play off the pads. I know that's not on target, so I don't need to worry. I can take control of this ball, go for a low 50, and then look for the demo on first, and Illusion. If I got that demo on Illusion, we score. So close. Take control of this ball, get past one guy. I'm just letting Illusion hit this ball. So you'll notice I take it past one guy, and here, this fade away from this 50, I turn to the left. I'm trying to block his like cut around me, and I do that. And I don't try and go for this ball because I know that Illusion will get scared and he will just flick this ball anyway, or he'll make a play. And if he doesn't, I can just drive into him, bump him, and then the teammate behind me, Scrub, can take the free ball. So I'm just waiting here, waiting for his flick. And if he doesn't flick it, like I say, I can bump him out of the way. So he flicks it, I go up the wall to take the ball, and now we have a free counter-attack because of that. So sometimes you don't have to make a play on the ball. You always just have to wait for your opponent to do it if they're in an awkward position. I get 50 on AJ here, and again, going back to the point earlier about winning 50s, AJ actually wins this 50 because it goes mid to his teammate, and I float in front of my net to try and get a block on this ball, but it actually goes back to AJ. Luckily, Yoris is in a good position to cut any angle off that ball there, so we get the save. Again, Yoris loses that 50 behind him, so I get the free ball. I'm looking for the demo on the spawn there, because I realised that one of my opponents just got demoed and I'm in a good position to demo them again on the spawn. Nice pass from Yoris. I go for a flip reset into catch. I dunk this guy. I think Scrub could have been slightly more aware of this, perhaps. Because, so he was covering first killer's hit and that's what threw him off. So if first killer actually faked this, it's 200 IQ. Knowing first killer, he probably did fake it because he's got one of the best mechanics in the game. I don't know actually, he might have missed, I'm not sure. But it actually helped him out kind of because Scrub would have been there for the shot. So there's this really good awareness from me. Because of the angle on this 50 that Scrub's going to go into it at, I know that it's probably going on target or it's at least going forward. So I know that Illusion, first man here, if you look at the left of the screen, he's out the play. And first killer's about to be out the play. The only person I have to worry about is AJ. So I go in for the demo to take him out. If I get this demo, it's a goal. And it actually goes straight on target. Like, that would have been straight up a goal. But even if it wasn't going on target and I got the demo, it goes mid, Yoris comes in and scores. So as that second man, I noticed that they have only one guy in defense. And I've got a guy behind me, backing me up. So I can push out of position to demo him and get a goal. But unfortunately, the demo doesn't come in. Comes in now instead. And we position ourselves again. But again, if you guys watch my videos, you'll always hear me talking about leaving the ball once you make your play and going for the bump. So I try and read first killer's jump here. He doesn't jump, he just waits and clears the ball. But you know, it's always a good idea to, even if you're on low boost, stay in your opponent's half just that extra second longer to get that bump if it's necessary. Bad position from me here. So this is an example, this is a great example actually, of getting back to net too quickly. You'll always hear me talk about it in Three's videos. Rotating back to net too quickly is sometimes worse than being out of position. It puts you out of position anyway. So I rotate back to net too quickly. I'm supersonic going into my net. So now I've pushed into this front post position with nobody behind me. So anything that comes mid or back post I can't get. That's really bad. I'm covering the same thing as my teammate here, which is not good at all. I want to be back post here because then I can see everything in front of me. I can swoop into it and get a better angle on the approach, but I can't do that now. So the ball comes mid. I'm not in a position to save it. If Scrub got bumped here, or if he wasn't here, or if he didn't have as much boost, then we concede because of me. So a bit of a not the best rotation there, going a bit too fast, and you'll be surprised. Most players, a lot of pro players do that. I'd say every pro player does this too much, where they rotate too quickly. Is sometimes you need to slow down. Like, you do need to slow down, and you'll be surprised with how much faster you actually are, if that makes sense. Because once you slow down, you'll get into so many better positions, and then you can use that speed. Good positioning equals good speed anyway. I rotate back to the net to cover first killer's redirect there. I get a good block on Illusion. That's game. I didn't even realise that we were coming to the end, but there's game one. Let's go into game two. And game two here. So let's get into it, see what's happening. Again, you'll see that first killer cheating up slightly to the side there. So here, actually, I demo first killer. He got the boost, you know, it is whatever. I'd let Scrub go past me to go for this back boost because I know that I can slow down and go mid. So here, I'm going mid to bump anyone and to pick up some pads. If Illusion is here looking for the pass, I bump him out of the way because I don't need to be back. I've got two teammates right now covering one guy. Nice voice crack. I've got 2 teammates right now covering 1 guy on offense. So if my teammates play that well, which, you know, I've got some of the best players in the world on my team, I know that they're going to play it well. I don't need to be back to cover them. My job here is to make sure that there's nobody mid to push up for their teammates, like, next play. So I look for the guy mid. No one's mid, so I just pick up pads and rotate back post here. And again, going on to that last point about what's it called, rotating too quickly. It's a great idea to sometimes slow down, rotate through the mid and bump the opponents on offense when they're on offense either. So you're on defense, bumps are still great. I go around first killer here. I know that's awkward for Illusion, so I'm just chilling under this ball, waiting for a mistake. I pinch that mid for a teammate. Unfortunately, the pinch was slightly too fast and a little bit of height on the ball, so it didn't work out, but almost. Try to snipe Yoris here. I know that sounds risky, but that's the plays that we go for. We like the like, you know, bit of a weird play to try and get to Yoris, but I know Yoris has the best mechanics in the world. Nobody can touch him when he's on form. And if he's coming off the ceiling, he has a flip here. I know that he can do something. So I'm just going to try and boom this to him. It goes slightly too far to the left. He still tries it though, but couldn't quite get to it. I'm just waiting here for the pass. Again, push slightly too far forward. So a couple of defensive errors in the last 2 games from me here. Not my best performance on defense. This ball from first killer though, did not expect it, and you can see how much it took me off guard. And it's just a great pass, but I definitely could have been positioned way better. It's again pushing up into my teammate's space, and it's one thing that I like, you know, I talk quite a lot about it on my team, and we go through it a lot. So definitely need to get back to work on it, I guess. Maybe I was having a day where I wasn't thinking about it too much. Gonna wait mid here for the pass. I know that it's not coming, so I just rotate out position here. I don't need to hit this ball because I know that it's going back to my teammate, who's going to have a way easier time dealing with that than I am. Pass up to Yoris, who should be able to pass back to mid. Unfortunately misses. I look for a demo and then a bump. First killer's done this twice now, where so I get the bump on the first man. I know that I'm not in a position to make a play on this ball, so I'm just going to go for the bump on their second and third guy. And first killer, I've misread him again. He doesn't jump when I expect him to. He just chills and waits. And if Scrub was actually slightly closer, I'm not saying this is his fault, but if there was a opportunity where he was closer and he could take a shot quicker whilst I was going over first, then that would have made the shot a lot easier, because first wouldn't have been able to jump, and then he could get a shot on target easy. But Scrub missed anyway, wasn't going to go in regardless. Nice beat from Yaris here. Actually gets dunked, so you'll see me pushing up into first man here, right here. I face forward, I'm about to boost, because it looks to me that Yoris is about to get the ball past him and it's going to be an open net. But unfortunately, first killer gets a dunk last second, so I have to turn back. But it's good awareness for me to notice that Yoris could have had the beat there. Nice mechanics there to jump down. I let that ball go behind me because I know that it's just going to go to one of my teammates anyway. Although, it's not worked out at all. So we'll see, have a look why. This ball here, that's why. I think Yoris was going backwards, so... okay. He goes... yeah, he's going backwards. If he goes forwards, he thought he could control it, but he got dunked. If he goes forwards and boom that, we're fine. But he gets caught out, and then I think we concede from this, actually. So a little bit of a misposition. Maybe a miscommunication, not too sure, can't really remember. But I'd call it a slight positional error from Yoris on defense. Great decision making from first killer there. He just pops that. And the reason why this is such a simple way, anyone could do this. Anyone watching this could probably do this. He just drives into the ball. The reason this is so good, right, is because he doesn't do anything. He doesn't commit. So he doesn't jump, he doesn't flip, and he doesn't really waste his position because he's not doing either of those things. And that means he can just carry on driving and threaten a load of different things. He can threaten an air dribble, a demo, whatever he wants he can do. So he just pops it and he's carrying on driving. I have to back off here because he could jump for this ball and beat me at any time. And it puts me on the back foot. Luckily I deal with it quite well. I jump over him, pop it past the second man. I notice the last man's flipping back, so that gives space for the midfield pass. I pass it mid, and yes, nice little 1-2 finish there. Well, not really a 1-2, just a 1 and a finish, but Good play from me and Yoris. Nice counter attack. But that first killer pop and defense was, I like those things. It's simple. It's just really good. Like good awareness almost. Good decision making. I'm going for the bump on their last man because I know that if I get that, we'd probably score. Unfortunately, I get demos. Almost like a pinch demo on the ground there from Illusion. I respect it. Yeah, it's probably going for a cheeky little play off the wall there. Gonna position for this 50 and it comes to me. I play that fast off the wall, get over the second man. Unfortunately, there's no follow-up from my team there. But it puts the pressure on, lets our team reposition and get the boost. Sometimes you don't need to score. What a pass from Yoris. I should have been more ready because I know Yoris can get this. It's just sometimes it's like, where is it going? Is it going back post or is it going front post? This one was going back post. Perhaps I could have slowed down a little bit sooner so I had a bit of a wider angle and more time to approach this ball. And I could have had a better shot. But great pass from Yoris there. I looked for the first killer, boom. Couldn't get it. Really bad shot from Yoris. Probably should be a goal from this range. And Illusion not covering the left side of the pitch. Or the left side of the goal even. That should be in. But it happens. I wonder when Rocket League will get to a state where nobody misses. Or like where shots become more accurate. I think the one thing that every pro player can... I don't think any pro is actually that good at shooting. Realistically, shooting is a huge thing that no one is anywhere near. The furthest away, in my opinion, from all the mechanics. The furthest away from mastering is shooting, in my opinion. And it's the first person that gets that down, you know, I think they'll be ahead of everyone, to be honest. Like, there are no good shooters in this game, in my opinion. And that's just, everyone's going to be like, oh, you're being negative or you're trying to be controversial. But I just do think that everyone misses so much, so many easy shots. But I think I want to grind shooting when there's time. I mean, we could have done it over the Christmas break, but everyone wants a slight break and we had people around anyway, but can't really play too much at the moment. But when I go away for New Year's, I go away to London tomorrow actually, I leave tomorrow. I come back in like 7 days or 6 days. And then I'll be grinding for 3 weeks before the regionals start again, so maybe you'll see me grinding the shooting packs like I've been talking about. If I don't, it's a bit hypocritical for me to say the first person that grinds it should be ahead of everyone and then not do it. This was a play, right, where I really wanted this, and I'm like all for faking balls in offense to let your teammates go. But this was one play where I did such a good play. I took out first kill in defense, so I didn't really take him out because he gave me the ball. So I hit this against the wall, took out the second man. I did a really good recovery into flip, and I could have had a banger flip reset here. It would have been an amazing play. Scrub Killer, he I don't know why I keep calling him Scrub Killer in this video, just Scrub. Scrub, he calls the fake here. He calls me to leave it for him. And I like the idea. He almost had the double. He should have actually scored. This really should have been a goal. I also think that I could have had this, so it would have been a nice play to go for, but Scrub calls me off last second, and yeah, we don't score from that. Definitely should have been a goal for us if we played that a little bit better. But unfortunate, happens. Good counter-attack opportunity there. So I just pop it past first killer here. Yoris is gonna land. I actually wanted to take this ball, but he called it. I knew that he wouldn't have been able to get a good pass there, so that's why I wanted to take it, but triple commit. The FaZe triple commit. Almost as good as the Dig one, not quite. We love our triple commits in this team. Triple commit, triple the chance of scoring. That's what I always say. Right. But coming to an end of this game, we need a goal in 10 seconds. Not looking like we're getting one with the ball being in this side of the pitch. I take it past the right side, or I don't really take it past anyone. First killer just shadows me and just goes up for the ball. Really good defense from First this game, in my opinion. He definitely played the best on their team for this second game. But we're going to have to keep up at 0 seconds, and it's not going to happen. So let's go on to game 3. And game 3, here we are. If you were paying attention at the start of the video, you'll know who won this one, so a little bit of a spoiler. Unlucky. But first kill is going to start things off with the banger top corner shot. Great shot to start things off. First killer with the kickoff goal. And kickoff goals, I think FaZe actually scored quite a lot. They're very solid on their kickoffs. Scrub goes for a mid pass there with 3 people in defense. A little bit risky in my opinion, but maybe he saw a space and the defender covered it at the last second. Scrub's very good at like sneaking things through when you don't expect it. Got really good awareness. I think it's coming from him playing the game for, you know, more time than a lot of people have been alive. So one thing that he's very good at is that awareness. I leave it for Scrub there. I know that he's got a better angle on the ball than me. He leaves it for the 50. I hit over to Yoris, who can go up the wall and hopefully do some magic like he always does. That's a fantastic 50 from Scrub there. Really made this play. Scrub just gets the best block on this ball possible. He puts most of his car on this ball and that sends it mid. He wins that 50 and I come in for the open net. So really nice play from Scrub and Yaris, but you know, the 50 was what made that goal. Backcrack kickoff, and you'll see that FaZe actually, they all do this cheat. Illusion is cheating slightly to the corner here, or following up slightly to the corner. I know a lot of people don't like when I say cheating. It's just a phrase that everyone used, so I carry it on. Let me know in the comments, do you guys say cheating or like following up or pushing up, or what do you guys say when you're the person that's following the kickoff? Let me hear it. Didn't get the mid-right boost position as last man here. Let my teammates go and cover whatever I need to cover. I would have liked to see me, in hindsight, stay on this wall and double jump and go for this ball here and beat AJ and hopefully score that, because I think it's definitely doable. I play the passing option here and really good pass from Yoris. I go underneath the defenders and we score for our second goal there. Nice little passing play. Great cheat from first. Like I said, these guys have really good kickoffs. Scrub's floating for a block there. I really like that instead of going for the ball. I actually want to play this again. Scrub knows he is getting beat here because he's landing and then he has to go up again. AJ's beating him every day of the week. So he goes just for a block. And I like that. He cuts off a lot of the angles. AJ misses anyway, so it doesn't matter, but good defense from Scrub. Another thing he's absolutely stellar at, really. Defense. Nice play from Yoris. Great defense from first, though. I'm just chilling here in case AJ misses. As soon as I notice that he's not missing, I leave. A cheeky little mid-boost miss there from me. I can't go for this ball. Why did I go? I thought I was going to fake it, and I look like an idiot. Should never go for that ball. I'm getting beat every day. A little bit of a lack of awareness this series from me, I guess, but doesn't matter. Yoris is back. Terrible shot from Illusion anyway, doesn't matter. I played the passing option and then I realised that Yoris can't pass, so I go for a bump on their second man. And if I get this bump on their second man, what this does is, it doesn't mean that we score straight away, but it gives loads of space to Yoris and whoever's midfield, so that's Scrub, and that gives a great counter-attack opportunity. So my play here is just to put off the second man to make sure he can't challenge Yoris. He jumps, and because I was going to bump him, he has to jump way earlier. Yoris easily takes it past him. We almost get a goal, but first kill is in defense, so we don't. Unfortunate. And that's a banger play from FaZe. I mean, first, you know, loads of respect. Great player. He's hit that up to himself. Perfect pass with loads of power mid and Illusion. I mean, you can't fault him on this shot. You're not saving that. I could have gone backboard. To be honest, in hindsight, maybe I do go backboard here. But yeah, I should have gone backboard, but then I can't cover the low shots. I prefer going... Yeah, I'm not sure. Maybe, I mean, I definitely should have gone backboard. It's definitely the best play. But even then, you know, that shot is coming at some speed. I don't even know what speed that is, but that's 130 at least, in my opinion there. He's getting a redirect off a fast pass. You know, he's not hitting that at any less than 130. Again, I've actually just noticed something that this kickoff does as well, is first kill is closer to that mid boost, so he's going to be able to beat me every time to that mid boost there, and that's a great cheat. Definitely going to copy that. Try it out in my own games. Really good awareness and position here from me and speed. So I'm first man here.
I don't need to cover my net. I've got 2 people covering that. So what I need to cover here is the mid pass. So I stick around. I don't rotate back straight away. I play for their mid pass. I come in from behind the ball and I just double jump to get any contact on it and put them off. And now this gives a way easier time of us dealing with this ball. I just pinch that away. Those pinches are so good. And I've actually gotten to a point where I can do them on purpose now, which is really nice. The past like 6 months I've been able to do this on purpose. It wastes no boost and no position, and that's why it's so good, and it clears the ball so far. I just cover this pass. Doesn't matter if I don't get a touch on this ball. I just want to pre-jump this almost, or just get up to it early, because that puts the illusion off. Gives us a free ball. Scrub should go high, which he does, and I try and bump their last man. First killer was like unbumpable in this game. It was very difficult to catch piece of him, which was strange because it wasn't like he was doing something different. I just didn't get him. I think my bumps were very off because I've been going for a lot of bumps in these 3 games. I didn't really get too many, so maybe a off day for the bumps. Even bumps and demos, you've got to be on mechanically and thinking straight to do well with them. Touch this ball into the corner and maybe play it fast so I can get this mid boost. There we go. Illusion can't get that from me because I play that ball fast in the corner, put myself in a good position for it. As soon as that ball goes mid, I just rotate backboard, take this ball. I'm playing for a 50 and I'll leave it for Yoris. So this play here, right, is really good because they can't challenge me because I just get a block on them and it goes to Yoris anyway. And then I leave it because they back off. So Yoris moves forward. Their first man pushes in when he realizes I'm leaving it for my teammate. But at that point, because we've got the communication and we've got the proactive play to decide what we want to do, they have to react. So it's always going to be slower. So Yoris gets there first, beats it past the first guy, and now he can apply pressure. And those fakes, like those passes or like fake touches into your teammates so they can take a free ball is so good. Amazing play here. Look at that. That is gorgeous. Really good awareness from myself and Yoris to go for this pass and play. And that shot, I mean, you can't fault that. I've got like 100 boosts here pretty much, and I don't use any. You know, it's very easy to sometimes use boost when you don't need to, when you have it. And that's one thing I've been trying to get better at is boost sometimes takes a lot of power to the ball. When you don't use boost for hits, you'll be surprised with how much more power you can get on them. Because look at that save, man. I remember that. I was like, are you kidding me? Top corner shot, nope. Illusion got it, but again, our position as a team, that was too good there. Scrub, really good decision making and awareness to stay mid there for the second shot. Yeah, I should be able to get this ball. Make sure I go up to it early, beat out first kill of that. Rotate behind my teammate as soon as I realise I can't make a play on the ball. I should go for this corner boost. Well done. I need to play the left side of the pitch there. So here, like, this is a slight mistake. It is really not that big of an issue, but I'm extremely hard on myself. But I should be facing the left here because Scrub is he's covering the right side of the pitch and the mid, so I need to cover the left. I did recognise that at the end, so it doesn't really matter, but I want to get to a stage where I'm not making any mistakes. So when I see slightly something that I don't like, it's you can't be doing that. Nice recovery. Good defense from Scrub. Get a touch. Play the 50. I miss, but luckily it puts Illusion off rather. Look at that shot, man. Illusion. Great player. That was a shot and a half. I mean, I want to see this from his angle, or his perspective rather. That's not easy to do and get that much power on it. Fair play. No one was ready for that one. Surprised what, not surprised, I'm excited to see what FaZe do next season. Obviously, if any of you aren't following, you know, the teams too closely or the rumours, the transfer rumours, it's the off season right now, so teams are making changes and roster moves, and it's rumoured that FaZe are actually kicking Illusion for Typical, and you know, it's very easy to make assumptions and stuff. By the way,
Look at this. Let me get to this angle. 1 demo, 2 demo, 3 demo. First killer, mate. Come on. Gotta be scoring that. Nah, but it's very easy to make assumptions on what people should do, but I actually like that FaZe roster move. I mean, I think Illusion's an amazing player, but typical first killer and AJ on one team, you know. Damn, it's gonna be an interesting one. But gonna finish there for this video, guys. If you enjoyed that, then make sure to leave a comment and tell me what other teams that you guys want to see us play in scrims. We played against every team in scrims apart from Tokyo Verde and Era, I think you say, the South American #2 seed. So anyone in the world, guys, you can tell us who do you want to see us play, and we'll make a video on it. But if you enjoyed that, then make sure to leave a like and subscribe, guys. It really does mean a lot to me. It helps out the channel a bunch. You guys really don't understand, and it doesn't really take too long to do, so make sure you do that if you want to help out. I'll see you guys tomorrow for another video. Take care, everyone.